Och fan, jag saknar alltid något att dricka när jag inte har water.
Water.
Ain't got no water.
You got no water over me. R. Kelly, get the fuck away from me.
All right.
Let's warm up the voice.
Warm
up the voice.
Wow.
I'm walking here.
Hey. Unique New York. Eunuch.
Eunuch.
You dork.
Eunuch. Unique.
The Human Torch
Veronique.
was denied a bank loan.
Shelley sold seashells by the seashore. Goddammit, I failed to meet.
Shelley sold seashells by the sea.
Georgia. Welcome to the Sketchbook Heroes podcast with me, Elias.
And me, Chocho Roberto. No.
Oh. And that's how you insult
Everybody. Probably. So yeah. 162.
Yeah,
right?
shit. Yeah, we've really...
We don't know anything.
Episodes are happening.
Yeah, we're still here. I guess that's a good thing. And yeah.
So we asked the Discord.
What the fuck are we gonna say?
Yeah,
what are we talking about? Just fucking tell us what to do.
Tell us what. And you told us, I think Sarah Valdon or something fantasy art on Instagram.
Keep your names short, people. Come on. We're kind of dyslexic.
I think it was like Svaldon.
Yeah, Svaldon and fantasy art.
Oh yeah, something like that.
Yeah, or maybe.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then maybe some like underscores somewhere.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you said thumbnails.
Yeah.
And we thought maybe we'll do that whole approach, how we sort of start up like a drawing in general, and some good practices to have with you.
Yeah. So, but also not the personal stuff, but more in...
I do the same nowadays. I've tried to, like, they're not different anymore.
No, but I mean, because people know you for your ink stuff mostly.
Yeah, okay,
and you've talked about that quite a bit. And now we're going back to business, I guess. Not going back to that episode.
Yeah, I'll try to keep it, like, it's the same approach, but it's slightly different because, colors and stuff as well.
Yeah,
so.
And maybe you have to think about different stuff when it is work and not personal. Yep. And I will be just going through my process of the tattoos and how I build up my designs and all that stuff. And we thought that was a good idea.
That is a good topic. We probably covered it in bits and pieces everywhere, so this is the collected thoughts.
Exactly.
If we can remember them.
Making repetition fun.
Yes. The essence of this podcast.
The essence of wetness.
What?
Yeah.
Art.
Zoolander. Yeah.
Water. First or second one?
Water. The first one.
I haven't seen the second
Water is the essence of wetness.
Branding and 101 people.
Is the essence of life. Or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's been a while since I saw it.
Dude, it's been a very long while.
Merman! Merman.
Shit, I need to rewatch that.
Yeah.
I need to rewatch
or just watch the beginning of Zoolander 2, because that's awesome.
Okay, and the thing is, I haven't seen Zoolander since it came out. Like,
what?
With friends, around the time.
No, we watched it all the time.
Yeah.
Like around when it came out,
yeah. And then, I haven't seen it since.
School for Ants.
School for Ants
still
is a
kills
classic.
Me.
Yeah,
oh,
it's so funny.
It
is
so
still funny.
But thank you guys for listening. Let's just do that.
Also, the Discord has gotten a few new faces.
Yeah, it's still growing.
And you're all active, which is surprising.
And I've even been a little bit active. Yes, I know. It's fantastic.
So it is really fun to see you all there. We're trying to build a small community and just have you all sort of get to know each other,
Yep.
Because there probably are other people out there that are listening to the show. And if you want to sort of hook up with idiots that listen to this show, the Discord is the place to find them all.
Safe zone.
And then you can find each other, on social media and stuff like that. You can post your channels and all that jazz.
Yeah, and if any one of you end up getting married, you're welcome.
Yes, you are.
And if you get divorced, you're welcome.
You're welcome.
I don't know why I said that, but yeah.
But yeah, that's where it all goes.
Statistically,
that's where it all goes.
So how you been?
It's all good. It's all good. I have nothing new to say. I got some stuff I can't talk about.
Wow.
And I have work that I can't talk about.
Such a cliffhanger.
The exciting life of someone that works with.
Wait.
Life and work. Or work and work.
I mean, we are the most boring people ever, I think. Like every single time. It's like, so how you been?
I blame COVID.
Yeah, but how long can you blame COVID?
Forever. Like, COVID isn't a thing. That was 20 years ago. I was like, I blame COVID.
Yeah, but still.
I blame COVID.
Yeah, exactly.
It ruined me.
Damn you, pandemic. Yeah.
Pandemic! All these goddamn pandas.
Yeah. We are, as usual, super not tired.
I'm not tired.
Not at all. No. Today we're going to be kind of speedy. We're going to try to be speedy today because we are going to the movies as the geeks that we are.
Yep.
What are we watching, Elias?
We are watching El Dune.
El Dune.
El Dune. It's a movie about some sand and people that are fighting about said sand that they call spice.
Yeah. Or maybe
Old
it's some
spice.
sort of spice. Yeah, exactly.
No, it's just sand.
Now look back at you.
It's all just
and
sand.
look at me. Look at now watch Dune and then look at me.
And then I don't know where they're fighting. No.
Yeah, no. Old Spice.
Old Spice.
The commercial. Yeah. It's
I
awesome.
remember. I
yeah.
an Old Spice joke. But I have nothing new to share, like on a personal level. My son did something great yesterday. That's all I have. And he basically... His friends stopped Taekwondo, and that gave him a bad feeling.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So it was a growing moment for him. So his friends, like the past two sessions, first they're twins, his friends. So the first one like kind of cried during the session.
Oh, really?
And we thought nothing of it.
Was it because of what you said last time with the trainer being a little bit too like
I don't
aggressive?
No. But that's the thing. He's been the way that he is, and they've all gone there. Last term. So that was fine. They didn't care.
But Dean has watched like movies, kung fu movies, and all of this stuff.
He loves that stuff.
And they haven't, I guess.
No, they haven't.
Exactly.
No.
I think that is actually a key.
It is, but the thing is, they did go there for a couple of months, before summer vacation, and it was all fine.
Okay.
And now the daughter now, she just like for two like sessions in a row, she's like started crying mid-session and wanted to go home, and I'm there, so I take care of them, and now they don't want to go.
Oh.
And the crying part is, I think, what affected Dean. So he's at home. He feels a bit uncomfortable when his friends are crying. Like, he doesn't care if anyone else cries, and he doesn't know them. But that it is his friends, and it made him uncomfortable. So he didn't want to go. So on Thursday last week, we didn't go. And then on Sunday, we got there, and, he said, like, I don't think I want to go. And I was like, don't let other people's, fears and stuff stop you from doing what you think is fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, we can go there and you can just feel what you feel. Like, it's okay to feel the way that you're feeling, but let's go there and just see what happens.
Yeah.
Like, because I'm telling you, like, if you go there, maybe you want to go and train. And then soon as, like, he was like, I don't feel comfortable. Like, I don't want. And I was like, okay, I feel you. Hold my hand. We'll go together. And we got in. He lost all that shit. And he just went in. But it, like the buildup was so huge for him. Like for me, it was just like pushing me through the door.
But it's a big threshold.
But it's yeah. And he tackled it. And afterwards, he was so happy. And, like, it was such a different experience on the way out. I was like, how do you feel when we got here? He was like, not good. And then, like on the way out, I was like, how do you feel right now? I was like, that's what you're going to, like, remember that. The feeling before and after, what you did. I was
leveled up.
That's what I said as well. Like, it's better than any kick you've thrown here. Like, it's just that you didn't feel good about it, but you were unsure about it, and you kind of like you went against that uncomfortable thing, and you tried it anyway.
Pushed through the anxiety and all that. Like yeah. That's a big moment.
So it was such a big growing moment, and I was so happy that I was like, "You're the king now. You don't walk anymore." And I just lifted him up and I took him to the car, and we made a fun thing out of it.
Awesome.
And then we played Lego Marvel superheroes.
Oh.
Which Samir Bukan worked on.
Awesome.
Yes, or the second one he worked on.
Nerd.
Mm-hmm. But it was such an awesome moment to be part of, because like you kids do a lot of shit to the point where you don't give a shit, and then there are these moments where they grow as humans. That was one of them. It was really cool to be there, to like see him be so nervous and contemplating, and
and help them through it.
Yeah.
I think that's important too.
But, of course, but I just felt like he really just like I saw it on his face that he was so uncomfortable. You can feel how uncomfortable he is. You can't relate to it because I don't care about stuff like that. But he just fucking tackled that, and he was so happy afterwards.
So you made him even more like a sociopath now.
Yes. So he will never feel anything. No, it was really cool to see, though. Yeah. So enough about that.
Tangent. Awesome. I actually did something.
Oh, no.
For once.
Just kidding.
Yeah.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, no. What have you done, Robert? I pushed a kid. No.
Yes. No, we actually worked a event this Saturday, which I was not. Well, I kind of felt like Dean prior to the event. Like, should I not do this? But then I guess like the universe came and intervened, or not intervened, but pushed me. So my client that I had booked during the day had to reschedule because she was feeling a little bit sort of cold-ish. So I had the whole Saturday free all of a sudden.
Oh, shit.
And that was like, I was going to use that client sort of as like, well, I'm kind of tired. I've already worked, so I don't feel like going. Now there was no excuse. So off we went. So this was the first time we as the tattoo crew, the full-time, the full-time workers, so to speak, got together and actually did an event together. And it was the first event ever for Lorenzo, one of the artists. He's very new to the tattoo business. He hasn't done any conventions or anything. So this was a big deal for him. And just great to be sort of with Nelson again, doing like, it wasn't a convention, but it kind of felt like it. But it was a huge event with, I don't know how many people actually attended, but there was 250 people invited for the thing.
Damn.
And they just rented this big-ass house, kind of in the middle of nowhere,
like
next to a lake.
Type?
Yeah, a big mansion next to a lake. Like, you rent it for weddings and stuff like that. It was beautiful, like absolutely stunning. And we had a whole separate room just for tattoos, so we could really sort of keep people not in there too much. We could keep everybody separated and work in a very actually calm and nice environment, even though it's right next to the disco part of the dance floor, sort of. So the music was just screaming, and it was kind of difficult to talk to people. And I mean, not a single one I tattooed was sober. So it was like full on party mode. And I mean, I didn't do any good tattoos, obviously, but it was just fun to be at an event like that with people again and just kind of forget the whole pandemic part a bit.
Yeah.
And just like, oh yeah, we are slowly but surely recuperating
Moving
and getting back
that,
into, because at the end of October, the Ink Bash is happening, like the first tattoo convention since pandemic. And this week I'm going to get to know or find out if I'm going to get to go. So this was a good warm-up in case I get to do the convention. I mean, either way, I'm still going to go. But yeah, this event was insane. So the whole theme of the event was kind of queer, celebrate life, and sort of Studio 57, is it? Or, that type of old school disco.
I have no idea, but I know which one you mean, yeah.
So like, so many extremely happy people with just wigs and not a lot of clothes and glitter and makeup and, well, kind of gender bender thing. Like, it was just full on embrace
everything,
life, happiness, and just fun. Like, it was so much fun. And everybody that attended, and I know nobody's listening, but just a huge thank you to everybody that came and just even sat down and talked a bit. Like, some people were just curious about the tattoo business, and when you've had a couple of drinks, you get very talkative. Just, fun to meet new people again. And I feel super energized, even though I am exhausted after that. But it was just
How many
great.
tattoos did you do?
I did 7 in
an hour.
No, so we came there at 1. Like, the event started at 1, and then we left at sort of 1:00.
Shit.
And I did 7 tattoos, and it was sort of nicely spread out during the whole evening. So, like, you did a tattoo.
What
you
kind
could
of tattoos?
Just really simple, like a heart with a little thing in it. A little croissant, a hat, like just very simple, stupid stuff. A little text, stuff like that. But, the typical thing you would kind of expect from a party like this. Of course, like, we all drew a lot of flashes, like different designs that people could choose from, and not a single one chose any of ours. So it's just such a waste of time. But I free-handed stuff, and it was like so nerve-wracking, and I am expecting a lot of people to come into the shop just to fix the stuff, but I didn't really do it for like the money or anything. It was more just to get our names out there, because the shop is new, like you said. So just people sort of know that we exist. But again, just fun to actually do a real event rather than like sneaking about doing like stuff that you feel bad about. So this was great. But apart from that, I've done nothing. Of course, nothing. Just working, always.
One big event, though, in a week is more than enough, I would say.
Yeah.
Because when we did Comic-Con, which is 3 days, you're dead afterwards.
Yeah.
You don't even, even if you're not screaming or doing anything, afterwards, you're just like, I lost my voice.
Yeah. Because you have to talk so loud.
Yeah, you have to talk so much as well.
And that too.
Constantly.
But it's the same when we walk out of here.
Yeah.
Because, my voice I always feel like there's a little bit of a scratch in my throat whenever I walk out of here.
Okay, I don't have that when we do the podcast.
Because, I talk a lot at work.
Yeah.
But this is more like focused talking. And it's totally different. I think
thinking somehow is involved, but not the kind you think.
And I think I do put a little bit more emphasis on
your
the speech.
Okay. So I love how much you.
But I've broken it down because
you're putting effort.
But obviously, it's like as soon as you feel something in your sort of throat, like if you have a sore throat, you're like, oh shit, am I getting sick? Is this COVID? Am I dying? Well, we're all dying. But after having had that for I don't know how many weeks in a row, I'm like, no, it's just talking. It's just talking. So yes, extremely exhausting. And I think one day, yes, is fantastic, which is like with a tattoo convention, it's also 3 days in a row. And you don't have time to eat. You don't have time to do
No, you have to get a friend to get you something to eat.
Yeah, if you want to get food.
If you want to get food, yeah.
Yeah, and it was the same with this event. It was just like there was no time to sort of leave.
Yeah.
We were lucky enough to get some beers from the staff.
And leaving means you don't get money.
Yeah.
Basically, you're not going to sell anything if you leave.
Yeah. So obviously we had to be there during sort of the prime hours, and that's when they served food. So when we were like, okay, now we can start, let's go see if they have any food, that was all gone. So no food. I had a little bit of chocolate with me that I shared. Brotherly love.
I have 3 pieces of chocolate, very small pieces, and now I have 1.
Well, we had 4.
There you go.
But yeah, it was fantastic. But yeah, other than that, like I said, fucking Groundhog Day again and again.
Yep.
And, well, I guess Groundhog Day during the weekends again, because Sunday, just a little bit hungover, tired, not doing anything. And then here I am again. Every Sunday.
Oh, man.
Yeah. But, yeah, dude, that was a long ass rant about stuff that we are not supposed to talk about, and we need to speed this fucking thing up.
Yep, because we need to leave. So thank you for listening. Do check out the Discord that you can find through my Instagram, Ilias Patlis, or Sketchbook Heroes. You have your own thing,
Yeah,
right?
I got my own.
So you can find it through my page and the Sketchbook Heroes one. And yeah, please rate the podcast, share the podcast, and get merch.
Do it.
That you can find through the links that I previously mentioned as well. I think it's all there.
Yeah.
So yeah, goddamn.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Yeah.
Go.
On the back end, thank you as well.
Thank you.
Artists of the world unite. Step out of your comfort zone into the danger zone.
Back.
Yeah. Awesome.
Back. Becky Chan.
Becky Chan.
I don't know.
Jesus Christ. Yeah. All right. So.
Rhymes.
Processes.
Yeah.
Stuffs.
So, yeah. So Sarah Valdon on...
Yeah, the thumbnail thing.
Yeah.
Well, that's a part of the process, I guess.
It is part of the process.
Even for me. I do thumbnails for the tattoos that I do. And let's start with, because we had a question about warm-ups as well.
Yes, we did.
Yeah.
Someone asked.
Someone asked.
Someone asked.
Was
it? I don't remember who, though.
Wasn't Robin? No. Rookie-tune? No.
It might have been Obalanserad.
Yeah, there we go. Robin.
Robin.
So yeah, warm-ups. What is a warm-up, Ilias?
I don't know, just something to get you loose.
Loosey
like
goosey.
A goose. I knew he was coming at to counter with
like
my
loose?
own goose.
Loosey goosey.
Goosey goosey?
Goosey Lucy. Yeah. Do you know anybody named Lucy?
No. I don't.
Yeah, Goosey. I'm so tired. So yeah, warming up. Yeah, exactly what Ilias said. It's just to sort of get that wrist going, get those sort of ideas pumping, and getting loose while drawing, so you are ready to actually do the initial work or the thing that you're going to be tackling.
Do you ever feel like you need to, like, because when people say, loosen your wrist, like, I really don't need the physical part of it.
I do.
I just need the canvas not to be empty. That's what I need. That's my main thing, is to get momentum, I think. That's what I try to build up. Like, because as soon as I start thinking, it means that I stop thinking. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I got to draw some stuff.
Let's think about
stuff. Yeah. Drawing stuff. And I can get so hooked up
it's
on
just white paper.
Yeah.
White paper. White,
or
blank,
I could even,
blank,
I can even have
blank.
a theme. Like, let's say I have, I don't know, I'm going to draw, a circus theme.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to be like circus.
Andy Circus.
Circus, exactly.
Oh,
and
I
then
should watch Lord of the Rings. Yeah.
I just get, like, sort of caught up in that. Like, my brain just shuts down instead. So I find that just drawing things related to what I'm going to tackle, even if it's not the thing, is better.
Yeah.
Just fill a page with stuff, like, especially if you're drawing digitally, you can just draw a lot of stuff, like loose ideas
Doodle.
for the stuff that you're going to draw. Exactly. And then just, pull that down, like draw down the opacity, making you layer on top, and then just keep drawing.
Yeah.
Like, just to, you just make the background, like, dirty. I don't know, dirty the paper.
And sometimes you get a really cool idea during one of those warm-ups too.
Definitely.
You're like, ooh, I'm definitely saving this for something.
Definitely.
Which is great, because it is that sort of, you drop the prestige of it, and it's, again, going back to sort of the sketchbooks and the way you should be tackling a sketchbook.
Yeah.
That whole just, like, don't give a shit, go frozen on the bitch, and just draw stuff, like put pen to paper or iPad, whatever, and get going. And yeah, that's what I do as well. For me, it's mainly just building up some sort of framework that I will be working from, and that works as a warm-up. I never use the first one that I draw up anyways. So it's just like, okay, let's start drawing some dirty lines and then some straight lines and then, square here and triangle, blah, 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 blah. Well, it, I guess all depends on what I'm supposed to do.
That's what I'm saying as well. Like, it really depends on, do you have, like, sometimes you just sit down and you have nothing. And sometimes you have a thing in mind, you know, like, okay, I need to do this, especially for me. Like, sometimes it's like, okay, we'll concept some free ideas and then we'll make something out of it.
Yeah.
That is always trickier.
Yeah.
For then me, you have to, because then the world is basically your, you know, you just take whatever you want from this platter of like infinity and you're like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And I think for you, it's probably more you having to think up stuff.
Yeah.
Whereas with me, it's just me interpreting. Again, language. Me interpreting the idea of the client.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's even like right there. Like I don't even have to think. It's just
they
draw
just
it up.
The thing,
like, sometimes they want my style completely. Sometimes they want something completely different. So it's just going back, checking the notes if it's been a consultation face-to-face or just the mail or the text, whatever it is, and really checking like, okay, what are they writing? And then trying to understand what they're sort of saying. Because sometimes it's really difficult for somebody to put to words what they want. And that I think that's something that I feel very proud of now, that I am really quick to understanding those things. So I can read people.
You understand what they mean, not what they say. Basically.
Yes, definitely.
Shit, I would hate that.
Which saves me a lot of time because then I don't have to do 15 different alterations. It's just like, dude, well, this is the idea. Like,
I just realized why tattoo artists are grumpy. I would also be. I think I would get jaded. I was just like, look down the staircase. They're like, what's here? Like, you. Is that what you wanted? No. Then I can't help you.
Oh, come back up. I'll show you again.
Have a closer look. No, man. That is impressive, yeah.
No, but so basically, if for me doing thumbnails, I don't really do a lot of thumbnails unless I have the consultation. I think that is when the thumbnails are produced mostly, or on the train ride home, preparing for the next day. So, and just in case you were wondering how I work, I always draw the day before the actual tattoo. So on my way home from work, I start sketching for tomorrow's work. And then normally I have to draw that when I come home. So like, it feels like I am in this endless loop of working with small breaks of taking sort of dinner and, well, I only eat dinner, I guess, and watching a movie with Santa. Like it's just that over and over and over and over again. So it's like I do promote the tattooist lifestyle and job because it is the most fun I've ever had, but it is definitely not for everybody, and it's so much work. Like I did not expect it to be this much work. And if you want to be ahead of time, it's even more work. Like. Because Nelson, my boss, for example, he draws and shows people like 2 weeks in advance the designs. I don't know how he has time to do this.
Is he really fast at drawing everything up?
I guess.
Yeah, because otherwise, how the fuck?
But he also uses reference the way I do. That helps so much. It just eases so much of the sketching phase because then you have proportions and everything right there, and then
you don't have to guess and try to like adapt to someone's style. You do it.
Exactly. Yeah. So, I can just walk everybody through my process because I'm already talking about it, I guess. For me, so after I get the brief, let's call it a brief from the client, it's just about finding the right type of reference if I need that. And then I will photo bash and put together like a good composition of the stuff that I think, well, this is what I am after. And then I loosely steal those sort of shapes. And then I throw away that reference and then I draw that with the basic lines that I have produced. and make it into my own. So it's always my own work, but it's just getting help from real life. If I do have like a female figure, then rather than me trying to draw that from memory, like that would take forever because I suck at drawing women, especially bodies. It's just like there's something elegant with the female body that I can never nail if I like try to produce it from memory. So with a tattoo, because it is such a permanent thing and needs to be kind of perfect for the client, it's better to use a reference if you find the perfect one. You know? Or you just sort of put together different ones.
And I think that the way that you, like, even if you would trace a photo, like, let's say you trace, like, Sean Connery or whoever for a tattoo composition, the thing is, when you start sort of filling it in, you don't, like, it's still your thing. You know what I mean? Like, it's still, like, I can see that it's a Robert portrait.
Yeah.
So I feel that there's a nice balance there, you know, like, you do it to speed up work. And also, why would you stress it out and give the client something less good, you know?
Yeah.
When you could do the Drew Struzan way where you trace it.
Yeah, exactly.
You get the composition. That is the right size. Everything is like where it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
You take out the guesswork, you know, because you've already tried the design and then you put it on the client.
Exactly.
And so.
Yep. And it's such a smooth and easy way to work. And I think most artists, tattoo artists, work this way. But actually the Drew Struzan, like, it was good that you brought that up. Because after watching the man behind the poster Drew Struzan documentary and seeing his process,
still haven't seen that, but need to watch
dude,
it.
The fuck, man. Then
I've meant to for years.
It's so good. It's so good. But that sort of really helped me get past the tracing phase.
Yeah. Oh, and, like, you mean the stigma?
Yes, because like my hero does this, and I'm like, well, then it's okay for me to do this.
Oh, dude, it is, like, we have a whole episode, like 60 episodes ago or something, even more now,
about tracing
and how it can improve your work. Because sometimes I just, you know, like, let's say I'm looking at it could be a treasure chest. It could be like some type of shape that I was like, I understand it, but I don't understand how they get it to look the way that they do. And sometimes just, you know, grabbing that silhouette or something, just tracing over it and just understanding the sort of like the construction of how they built it.
Yeah.
And you're like, fuck, that's how they do it. Or like the cracks in the stone or, you know, whatever the fuck it is. You just like, you get the basic sort of shape of it. And then you just tackle the part that you don't understand. And you just like, oh my God, I've been trying to understand this by like looking and I just can't. And then you just trace it once and the fucking coin drops immediately.
And it's right there. Yeah. Yeah. And that's... I mean, that's how I work. And then I draw that sort of with pencil, so to speak, like just sketch it out to make it look kind of the way I want it to look as a tattoo. And then I have to draw that again to make the stencil, which I also have to, like, it's having to plan how you're tattooing the piece. So it's really getting all the lines in there and blocking out the shapes that are going to be shadows.
But blocking shadows for me, like, I just can't. Like the way that you've done it so much with your portraits, that you can just.
I think that was the biggest help. Like I think, because I had done that so much before I even became an apprentice. So even I remember Johan, like one of my former colleagues, told me that, dude, when you start doing portraits, you're gonna have the easiest time ever because the way you build up. Because he's seen me draw, like he's like, that's exactly how you're supposed to like block out the shapes and all this. And he's right. Like, that's exactly how I do it. And
That's cool.
But it's still so much work. Like, a portrait is crazy. I've just realized now that doing a portrait, and I think for anybody that is thinking of tattooing or actually working as a tattoo artist and wanting to do more realistic stuff, do this. Do yourself a favor. Always book in an extra 1 or 2 hours, like a few weeks after the session that you've done. And not have to like touch up the tattoo, but book it in as an actual, like, we're going to do the full portrait now, let it heal, and then I'm going to do the finishing touches because it is going to fade and you are going to lose some of the lines. And like whenever you do realistic stuff, because when you do that soft type of shading, you can't go so bold and dark with the colors.
You can't go back.
Exactly. So it's always better to layer soft and then go back a few weeks after when it's healed and just do that last dark touch. It's going to look fantastic. And like that's what all the pros do. I just learned this very recently, so like that's why I'm putting it out there so I will remember to do it myself. But it's just going to help you so much. So again, just once I've got the stencil done and everything, then comes the hard part, because then it's time to present this to the client the next day, and that's where all the anxiety and stress and sleeplessness.
I love how you were nervous to show them who can't draw what you've done.
Yep.
But yeah.
But it's so.
I get it. It's showing clients.
Exactly. Yeah. You never know. Like, so I always book in an extra hours in case I need to redo the whole thing, because that could happen.
That could happen, yeah.
Like, because the way I work, I leave that possibility there. And luckily I haven't had to redraw anything that much.
Yeah, major.
Maybe just alter a few things. And it's always the simple stuff.
Do you sometimes just alter, like, on the skin, like, just fill it in with a marker instead? Like, instead of just like, okay, I don't have to redraw that. I'll just, like, take that away and just draw it by hand.
Yeah, and that's where the trust of the client comes in, because I feel like I am manipulating so much, because I do give out this extreme sense of trust. When you talk to me in the tattoo shop, I'm just like, I am your best friend, and you just immediately trust me for some reason, and it's crazy. But so I just say, like, whenever they're like, oh, could we do maybe these lines a little bit lighter or thinner or blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, I'm going to do that on your skin. So that's like the client just putting 100% faith in me.
Ah, Jesus, yeah.
For saying, like, yeah, no, I'll do that on you. That's fine. Like, because I could imagine, like, if I would
forget. I would just write never on their skin.
Yes. No. So it's, but it's that trust, and like, I don't think people would come to me if I didn't have that trust, Yeah. They've already decided that they want to get the tattoo, so they know what they're going to get. And I mean, yeah, they wouldn't be there if they didn't trust me, I guess. But it still blows my mind to this day. Like,
yeah, it's sort a profession I don't understand.
But it's similar
it's so weird.
to us talking here and having you people out there listen to us.
Yeah,
like that also blows my head off every single time I think about it. It's insane. Like, what are you guys doing with your lives? God damn. Like, Jesus. No, but it's so cool that we have people listening to us and just sort of entertaining people while they're doing shit. Mm-hmm. It's amazing. And in a similar way, that's the feeling I get when people come to me for tattoos. It's just fucking crazy. But yeah, I mean, I'm always going to be so extremely grateful for just having this job. And yeah, but that is more or less my process, as fast as I can sort of break it down for you. We have done a full episode on my tattoo, like the whole process, where I deep dive into everything. But just in terms of, so for me, warming up, it's just sort of doing a rough sketch of the piece, so I get that on the paper, so that, like Ilya said, to just get something on the white canvas. Mm-hmm. And from there, it's easy to see, like, because I imagine the anatomy of the body and where it's going to be, and it's like, well, that shape wouldn't really vibe well with, like, the muscle that goes there and there, and that. Like, there's so much going into how you put the placement of your different shapes of a tattoo. Sometimes you have to break them because it just doesn't work. You just have to make a cool tattoo work on that surface. But if you can, remember the anatomy. Remember where you have the lines going through the arm or the leg or the back or whatever it is, and work with those. So maybe even start out with those shapes to have that as a base. I have brushes that are like an arm, a leg, a torso, all of this stuff that I put down first, so I get those basic
like
lines.
A human arm and leg.
Yeah, and these are brushes that I bought from like
some dude.
Yeah, it's a tattoo brush site. I don't remember the name. I think I stopped subscribing to the thing. I got so many emails, but it's like Tattoo Smart or something like that, and it's just different types of brushes. So you get like finished, semi-finished geometrical shapes and all of this stuff. But in one of those, you get templates of different human parts, and I just work off of those. Yeah. That way I can see the flow of the piece going, sort of what it's going to be. And that's always like, you can draw how much you want on like your tablet or paper. When it actually ends up on the skin, that's when you see it. Like you can plan as much as you want, but it's never ever going to work out 100% the way you want it to.
You need to learn a 3D software where you can place it.
Yeah, just to get that perfect, that actual warp.
Yeah.
But that's what I love too, that it's so unpredictable always. And then, like, speaking of unpredictable, you never know what the client's going to be like. So that's also what makes me nervous, and the anxiety, and like, will they be a douchebag? Like, are they going to be just quiet and not want to talk? Are they going to think I am annoying as fuck? Yes, probably. But will they listen to music? Will they not listen to music? Will they have headphones? Will they like just sit there quiet? Will they be extremely scared? Will they be like, it's so many things.
So many variables.
And I need to be prepared for every single one of them.
Every day.
Are they going to pass out? Like,
oh no.
Do we have any sweets or sodas or anything in the shop? Yeah. Like in case we need to help this person out. Will they throw up? Will like, there's so many different things. Have they eaten? Have they not? Like,
Jesus, I don't want to do your job, dude.
Everything matters.
So
Everything matters. So yeah, make sure, like, if you are like an aspiring tattoo artist or work in the business, make sure to tell your clients to be as prepared as they can for the worst possible scenario. So I always say, prepare your body like you were going to run a marathon. The day before, sleep, eat, be hydrated, and if you can, get laid. Because then you're going to be happy, rested, and fed.
And relaxed.
And that'll be a good
Robert tells
session.
his clients to have sex before they come in.
In so many words. If I can. If I feel comfortable enough, I will. Yes.
I do not tell anyone I work with to do anything.
But yeah, speaking of sex, so let's talk about your job.
No, but I have a theme. Like if I've gotten, let's narrow it down to a theme at least. Then I just, like I get a couple of images that are close to the sort of the style that I'm like. Let's say I want something chonky, or I want, something more realistic, like depending on, I'll get some references that will help me keep on track.
But do you choose that?
Yeah, it's all
the look
dude,
of,
yes, it's
you
all.
don't get anything from like the higher uppers telling you we want this.
No, I pitch whatever I want.
Okay.
And then they'll give me, this is a serious game, or like an action game, or they'll give me that part.
And call you chunky.
Yeah. So they can tell me, like they can tell me what the feel of the game is. Like it's a very high impact, blah 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 blah. Whatever other casino stuff you can think of. I have no idea.
You're gonna win money, maybe.
Yeah, but it is like some games are more like relax and play.
Yeah.
And some are more volatile, and like there's more happening, more chances. Like there's a lower percentage chance of winning, but when you win crazy. Like, there are so many variables to these games that I don't care or know about. I just, like, out of interest of how I'm going to design things, that's how I think of it. So I just like, okay, I'm going to go for this. This seems very more, like, a bit more playful. This is for players that just enjoy, like, putting in a few bucks and just, like, sort of, like, I don't know what the allure is, but they just want, like, some nice scenery and they want some good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll find some reference that I feel matches, and then okay, I'm going to go for, like, I don't know, Caribbean waters, or something, or like I'll go Christmassy, I won't go Christmassy, but just find like a theme that I feel like, okay, I can build something around this. And then, you start narrowing it down. I need symbols. I need this. So I'll find some images to keep me on track. So if it's a more realistic one, I'll have more realistic references, and this is all Pinterest for me. I won't save anything to my desktop or anything. I'll just fucking Pinterest it all.
Yeah, same.
It's
I also
so
work
easy.
through
And then,
Pinterest.
when I use my iPad, I just, do dual windows, and I just see my reference on the left side.
Yeah.
So it's a really nice way of working, and usually I just start drawing something, because I think my biggest, what I've learned through the years as a concept artist is that it's better to draw something than to think about it.
Yeah.
Because thinking about it after you've checked your references is just procrastinating.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, the more tired I am, like right now, where I haven't slept very well in weeks, I just need to draw. And last week, I just couldn't get anything on paper. I was like, okay, I need to find the reference that I need. No, just draw the thing. You know what you're looking for, so just draw that.
Yeah.
You have that reference. That's enough reference.
Mm-hmm.
You want, I don't know, coins or, diamonds or fucking letters.
Draw
just
that.
Draw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't have to look for, because if you find something you really like, you can't draw it because it's already there.
You just do your version of that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
What I mean, if you're gonna draw coins or diamonds, if you found your examples, you just want that but chunkier. You want them a bit thicker and more playful. Then just fucking turn them into something more playful and don't go out there trying to find the exact thing you're gonna draw.
No.
You're not that of a noob to need the image, you know what I mean? You're not learning to draw coins here.
No.
You know how to draw coins. It's
exactly.
fine.
Yeah.
You just so it is really. I think just putting pen to paper is really, really important. Just getting that started.
Which is why the warm up is great,
dude. That's why just drawing anything, it doesn't even have to be related to what you're drawing.
Yeah.
But it does help, and I think that is something I've learned as well along the way. Is to, if you're going to explore a theme, draw all of it. Let's say you're drawing pirates, for example. Draw a few pirates. Don't draw just the first pirate that you draw. Or, don't draw... Trump I've used as an example as well. If you're going to draw Trump, if you explore his expressions a bit, he has a lot of fucking features to play off of,
Yeah.
And everyone has that. But his are for free. They're really, it's it's there. It's so, they're so clear, you know what I mean? Some people they just look normal. You know what I mean? Normal within quotation marks, that you can't really find those like a big nose or big ears. They just they're a bit more symmetrical and they don't stand out. And then you have people like Trump, and like Arnold Schwarzenegger has big features that are he has the thing between the teeth. The jaw is fucking square. You have all the movies that he's done, so you got a lot of stuff to play from.
There's a lot of reference. Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff. Yeah.
Where did Trump go, by the way?
Who cares?
It's just fucking gone.
Up my ass. That's where he went.
Yeah.
And it's just the more you explore something, the more acquainted you get with it, and it's just such a better way. So if you don't know what to do for the moment, just start with something. Just I think thinking is the problem. Once you think you can think your drawing problems away, most times you just need to start.
It's always good to have the one thing that you enjoy drawing. For me, skulls.
Dude, whatever.
I just always start with a skull because I can always use skulls because it's a good reference or a good sort of theme within tattoos. So that's always my warm up. I do a skull, and if anything, I just start with a circle and then see where that goes. Face, teddy bear, skull, who knows?
And I think something else that the more the guesswork you can take away from something, the easier it gets as well. So once you oh, what color should I use? Just grab something that has the colors that look good. I really love, because mine is a night sky and that is a night sky, and it plays off with the night sky, the blues, and then they have some red, for example. Then just fucking steal that straight off, and then tweak whatever. at least you've gotten started. You're trying things out. Like it is. I think it's just like really important to just do a thing. Whatever the thing may be, just to get started. And
where do you go from there then? Once
I just fade it down. I draw down the opacity, and then I'll probably just start tracing over it at some point. Once I've done like several ones that I enjoy. But
now you're doing a lot of like you're doodling and sketches in your iPad. But do you like keep going on the iPad for as long as you can, or
depends?
When do you switch to?
When I need to put it in the game.
Okay.
I usually have to flip, and then I just can't go to the iPad and then back to it feels like unnecessary, so I'll just draw on the iPad or on the computer with the Wacom tablet and Photoshop. Like I've gotten used to working with all of it now, so I just like, for example, today I drew I stopped working at 1 at home, jumped on the train and started working on the train and on the restaurant where you met me, just to get as many hours of work that I could, to get my full 8 hours. So it really doesn't matter. Like, if I'm away from the computer, iPad. If I'm at the computer, I'm not going to draw on the iPad. Like, it feels unnecessary now that I've got the momentum up as well. And thumbnails are the best fucking thing. Like, I do it traditionally and I do it digitally, and it's always, always, always the best. Yeah. Like, just get ideas out there. Preferably only in black and white, so you don't fucking end up, fiddling, and preferably so small that you can't. Like, if you would try to zoom in to add eyes to your character, you would just get blotched, like pixels, basically.
So think stamp size, kind of.
Dude, stamp size, just like
thumbnail.
Yeah. Just keep it so small that you can't put details on it. Like, they don't go where you want them to go, basically. I think that's the best way, because it'll just minimize all that stress and extra stuff that you're trying to add when you work big. Even if you work big, let's say you have a big canvas, but you're drawing small, and then you can zoom in and add details. You're working comfortably.
Yeah.
You should not be able to do that. So work on a smaller canvas is really good.
Yeah.
Just, make it small. So it's, 500 by, 1,000 pixels.
And that's why I really enjoy whenever I do get some time off and I just want to do something random like a portrait, I do the actual Instagram size, because that way it's so small it's going to be pixelated if I do go in too far, but it's going to be as long as it looks good, it's going to look good on Instagram, and I'm only drawing it to post it there, kind of. I'm not doing it to sell it or do anything big. It's just a random sketch to show people that I am still alive and doing stuff. Instagram size immediately helps narrow down the amount of details you can put in
something.
So I don't go in and do every single eyelash and the things that people are never ever going to see anyways. So you just make it sort of rough but polished. And
I still struggle with that. Honestly, it's still something that I enjoy doing, just for me, but it's never visible. You know?
I've gotten really good with as polished as I can get, I think, in that format now. Just thinking back at the Harrison Ford Blade Runner piece that I did, I think it's one of the best portraits I've done. And that is just Instagram.
Oh, that small, tiny size, dude.
Yeah.
No, I want to be able to use them at a later point if I need to. Usually I don't, because they suck after a couple, after a couple of months or so.
But I mean, you do more original pieces, and I do fan art. Yeah. I can't really sell it. It's something. It's somebody else's IP.
Yeah.
It's just for me, and a tribute to Harrison Ford because he had a birthday or whatever. But yeah. So.
But if you
speaking of file sizes,
actually, for people that do want a more, I guess, in-depth, how to get started as well. If you're not talking about just thumbnails and stuff, the pen to paper episode, 97.
97.
Yeah, is the episode where we tackled this a bit more, but
it's always good to do a little bit of a refresher.
Of course.
Because maybe we say something now that we didn't say then, and that will actually help you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe.
And for anyone listening, new listeners, I always recommend people to listen to the latest episodes, and while you wait for for new stuff, you go back and listen to whatever you want. You know, like you could either start from the beginning, or select the ones. This is the ones how I would listen is to select the ones that matter to you.
Yeah, yeah. Because at this stage, it's so much, and there's so many hours.
Yeah.
So
and they're so very long.
Yes, and in the beginning, the quality was not as good as it
is
now.
It's so good. We were happy people then.
Yes.
Not jaded by COVID.
Jaded. Yeah. But what else do we have to say about like the process in general? Because this is just how we work in business.
Yeah.
And doing the business stuff, we try to just make it as streamlined and simple as possible, which is why we use a lot of reference and all this stuff.
I would say, dude, like even photo bashing, like if you're a digital artist and you can't get your head out of your ass to get away from that canvas.
Yeah, that's a form of warming up as well.
And I would really say, like, if you, and it doesn't have to be that you trace something. It could just be that you put a lot of photos together. Like, it doesn't have to be like, photos of people. No, you could just put abstract stuff together, and then trying to see sort of like if you, for example, if you use dust and scratches filter in Photoshop, for example, you can get some of the detail to disappear, and you'll get these more abstract but still readable shapes, and then you can go over those and see what you see, like Matthias did to my Inktober sketch on the Discord. Did you see that he drew a horse's face on my in the Inktober channel on Discord?
No.
He took the lady, the spirit lady that walks like in front of the moon. He took that one, and the flowy hair he made into a horse's face.
Of course he did.
Yeah.
Horse's ass.
Dude, and that picture is such a great example of what you could do with photo bashing. Yeah. You could take a couple of images. Let's say you take like a highway traffic jam, and then you take, like, I don't know, some like accident or like a train crash, like something with a lot of noise in it and stuff. Put that there, and then you take like a beach, blah blah blah, sky, something, and you put that, and then you kind of just like move them together, add a lot of images, and then you try to see something there.
Zombie apocalypse.
Dude, whatever. Like, it doesn't even have to, like, you don't have to stick to the stuff that are in the pictures. You can just use, like...
read the shapes.
The shapes, yeah. And then you're like, oh, I'm seeing this, or that character looks like, if you draw them like this, they look like a horse, for example, apparently. You could just use something to get you started and not just sit there with your, valuable drawing time that you've set aside to do nothing. So you could just start with something. Yeah.
And I do photo bashing for whenever I do the traditional hand-drawn posters. I always photo bash to get the perfect sort of lineup that I want. And then I just look at the iPad and reproduce that on paper.
Yeah.
I think photo bashing is probably, after the thumbnail, is the next step for me, always. Like, it's just become a part of the process now. And I do enjoy that so much, finding the right references and testing different faces out and doing and then of course I do have different faces just to check different things with eyes or whatever. But yeah, it's such a great way to get started if you're not really ready to start drawing yet, but you're just in that planning phase, because it will help you just sort of using the eraser instead of masking or like Lasso tool. You erase the stuff.
Yeah.
That will warm up your wrists in that sort of same way. And it just helps me at least get started. Like, that's, it's a form of warm up for sure.
I have another one as well that I love using both traditionally and digitally, is to draw like with a 50% medium gray, like Copics or
so it overlaps.
Computer. No. You just draw like big shapes with it, like, for example, like a silhouette of a body, a car, or whatever, and then you take a liner, like a black liner, and you start filling out the details,
Yeah.
And you could do what you said as well, where you have the overlapping details, like just like this could be that, this could be this, and then you go over with a liner and just do the line art on top of the actual, silhouette that you've done. which kind of indicates different stuff, and then you try to imagine what could be there.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, that looks like a shoulder pad. No, that looks like a helmet.
I had a shoulder pad in my head too.
Yeah. No, but it's just stuff like that. Or like these are like giant boots, or like no, she has stilettos. Depending on the shapes that you've drawn.
And those boots are not made for walking.
Exactly, because this is what I'll do, and I'll ink all over you, or something, right? No, but it's
Moving
just
on.
such a nice way to draw. I really like that. I used to draw like little self-portraits with that, and I would just do different like angles and expressions, and I would even, like you said, try to paint the eyes out a bit, but it's one gray marker, it's not a lot of different gradients, but you get like, oh, this is where the eye should be. So I tried to not do the, what do you call it? The cross.
The X or the cross,
the cross,
in the face.
In the face. So I just this is where they should be. And then, when you see the marker sort of like, you're like, yeah, I didn't put them in the right place, but I can, with the liner, I'll put them in the right place. At least you get like a point of reference not to do.
Yeah.
And you just paint over it, and they turn out so nice,
Yeah. It's a very organic way of working.
It's so much fun, yeah.
Yeah.
And everything that is like outside of the ink is also nice. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like
it just adds more to the whole piece.
Yep.
And
you
then
get
it gets more of that traditional look to it if you're doing it digitally, that is.
Yeah.
But yeah, no.
And it works like in both. Like if you're a traditional digital artist, like it's a fun way to draw shit.
Yeah.
Looks nice.
I haven't done that in a while, actually.
Haven't done that. Oh, well, I do it now with the Inktober stuff.
Yeah.
Since I've introduced Copic
it's such a cool way to combining like the normal way you do stuff now with the old way how you used to. Like it's such a cool mix of the worlds.
And
now.
Also noticing how Copic leads the ink astray.
Oh yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, I just noticed that if I do Copic and I paint close enough with the ink,
it
just bleeds into the alcohol. Oh, jeez.
That's what Copic does.
I know. So I really need to wait for it to dry, which I don't have the patience for.
No, but this is good. This is a good thing.
No, I just found a hack for it.
Okay.
I took a liner closer to the thing and started painting. And then to this point, the ink can't go. And then I paint with the other one. Fuck waiting.
Jesus.
Yep, not waiting. I need to move. Yeah. I have so many left. Yeah, when this comes out, so a week from you hearing this, I've done 6.
Awesome. We're not really at Inktober yet.
No.
And I haven't done 1, so fuck you. So very much. Putting the pressure on. But yeah. No, hopefully I'll get a little bit more time this week and actually start getting some of them down.
But do you have them figure it out?
No, I had to focus everything on the event and do the stuff for that. Yeah. So I had to just put the break on Inktober for a bit, and then a break on just anything, so I could recuperate. And now back in business. And this week is a lot slower than the previous week, so hopefully now I will have time to do or get prepared. But I am feeling it. I'm definitely feeling the pressure and stress of it already, which is fantastic. God, I love Inktober so much.
So much.
Yes, that was not sarcasm at all. No, I'm stressing. I am definitely stressing.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I didn't expect to get freelance and stuff during this period.
But of course. Yeah, my horse.
Of course. They always come along.
Yeah, you can never do just one thing.
But October is always my busiest month.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's always when things are starting to pile up is when I do Inktober.
Yeah, and I do, in the back of my head, I'm still remember that you have 2 weeks off. You have 2 weeks off. You can catch up if you need to. And I am kind of looking forward to having time off and doing an Inktober every day. Yeah.
But are you going to do them traditionally?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I did digitally last year, so traditionally this year. But still trying to keep them looking as streamlined as I did last year, because I really loved that.
Yeah, it looks really nice.
Feel. It just looks good. But
consistency looks nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll see see how it goes.
So listen to episode 97 though for more tips regarding the subject. If you are a new listener, at least, and you haven't listened to that one, or if you want to recap, it's called Pen
the Pepper.
to Paper.
But the Pepper.
Pen to Pepper.
The Pepper. I mean, we have a cinema to catch, so we're gonna be moving on.
Moving on.
Yeah, tools.
Nothing.
What tools do you use for work? Let's do quick.
I use Wacom.
Wacom? Which Wacom?
iPad. Intuos 5
yeah.
Pro. As they've added Pro to it now. Which it makes no difference.
Because I have the 4 Pro. Is that?
There was no 4 Pro.
Intuos 4?
No, it was just Intuos 4.
Pro.
Intuos Pro is newer than Intuos 4.
That's sort of matte
Intuos
black.
4. Yeah, exactly. The matte black is the 5.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so I have that too. Yeah, I love that. It's
this one looks basically like that one.
And it's got the touch screen option as well. And which I actually do use. A lot of people are like...
Touch screen?
Yeah, you can activate so you have...
touch
stuff
on the stuff. I hate that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah. But I actually use it.
Oh, shit, no,
and
I
it works.
turn it off immediately.
Yeah. Okay, so the Wacom Intuos 5 Pro.
I don't even think they're called 5 anymore. They're just Intuos Pro. Yeah. But that model.
Yeah, the large,
and the medium one.
Mm.
And I could have used the Cintiq, whatever I wanted, but I did not want to.
Oh, okay.
It's too much back and forth. I just want, to look at my screens and not have this annoying thing in the way.
That's the thing. Like when you get used to working with the Wacom, the tablet like that.
It's ergonomically as well. I think I sit better if I just
you keep
look
straight.
Yeah.
But there's so many people complaining about that. Like, it could never really get used to,
just give
looking somewhere else and drawing.
It's the best.
Yeah.
I have mine. Imagine I have a medium one. They're not very big, and I have it split on 3 screens.
That's insane.
So
actually,
every drawing area is like a small A6 area.
Yeah.
Or basically, so it's even smaller than that. No, it's the best. And if I want to, I can, I can press a button and it'll focus in on one screen. Yeah. But that means that every line that if I want to do, let's say I want to drag my cursor across all the half the screen, I can just do that with this. Yeah. Whereas if I had it on one screen, I would have to drag from the one side of my tablet to the other.
And it feels like forever.
Yeah. So now I can just draw stuff I don't have a lot of big movements when I draw. I draw very
you've always been very teeny tiny with everything. So even when you write stuff, it's extremely teeny. But okay. So the Wacom and then
just Photoshop.
Yeah.
There is nothing special.
You don't use Illustrator at all?
All of it. I use all of it.
Yeah?
Yeah. I use the whole every Adobe thingy-majiggy, After Effects and Illustrator and all the jazz.
Cool. Anything else? In terms of tools?
No, I think that's the primary stuff that I use. I even use the Wacom as a mouse. I have a mouse that stays there and dies, and then I forget to charge it, and then sometimes every now and then I remember to charge the magic mouse.
I still have that, the first
touch
iMac.
Shit! That mouse that has
white,
the
ugly
with the cord.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Okay, yeah, mine.
I still use that. Yeah, but that's because I always use the Wacom. Normally.
Same. It's
now
I have an iMac as well. That's what I use to work.
Yeah. I mean, the only time I use the iMac now is when I edit the podcast. So, it feels really unnecessary, to be honest, because, I could easily just have a little laptop or something. But it kind of feels good just having that there whenever I do need it, because it's such a great computer, and it's fast, and the screen is big, and I can just...
Which one do you have, 24 or 27?
27, I think. It's
it's
big.
Huge. Then it's the one, yeah.
Yeah, 27.
I like the 27.
Yeah.
Do you have the one that's thick all the way around?
No, it's
or
thin.
Or is it
the
thin and then thickens?
Yeah,
okay,
exactly.
that's the newer ones. Yeah. Such a weird design, though.
I know. Yeah, and I hate lifting it because it kind of cuts into your hands. And
Dude,
there's
I've
no easy way of like...
There is no good way to carry them, yeah.
So, because I've had to unpack and pack it a couple of times.
I've carried mine from work.
Oh, dude.
And I carried it to work recently.
Yeah. It's such a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
Like, the whole box that it comes with is great. It's
Yeah,
so streamlined and perfect, but to get it back into the box.
I don't have a box.
Oh, yeah. Fuck the box.
Work through away the box.
That's not a good sentence.
Some people like fucking the box. Who's judging, man? Who's judging? No, but that's my setup for work, and then I have the iPad as a backup and a travel companion, because nothing else.
Who doesn't love an iPad? Yeah. And I work solely through my iPad now. I have more or less let go of the traditional hand-drawn flash stuff when it comes to tattoos. It's so much simpler. And to be honest, like, the iPad Pro is as close to paper as you can get.
Yeah.
Or just like drawing on an iPad, I guess. But just with that pen, with the magnetic recharge function and stuff, it's amazing. I love it so much. And then with the paper-like on top of it, just made it
takes it to another level. Plus, it takes away the glare and shit like that.
Exactly.
That I didn't realize how much of a problem it was until I put that shit on, and I was like, oh shit, what?
And it actually reminds me that I need to do the change, because it's worn down to the point where it doesn't feel like paper anymore.
Okay.
But yeah, so I use that for everything, and Pinterest for more or less all my the research when it comes to finding images. Just because it's simple.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is my tool too.
Yeah, and then as a tattoo machine, we don't call them guns anymore, people, just so you know.
Should call them guns.
If you do, it's actually kind of frowned upon now, and like some artists might even get mad at you for calling them guns. It's weird. I don't know.
Oh my God, this is
sensitive.
People like, oh, you shouldn't call them guns because blah blah blah.
Yeah,
it's just a tool.
It's a tool. The tattoo machine.
No. The people that complain are tools.
Yes. Well, we're tools.
We're tools.
We're always
toolies.
But it's a Cheyenne Sol Nova cordless. So
gun.
Yeah. No, it actually looks more like a dildo. So. But
it's gun.
It's amazing. I've used it for over a year, and I still haven't had to change the battery once when I've used it. And I've been tattooing
daily,
it. Yeah, I tattoo for like 7, 8, even 9 hours straight, and the battery still holds. Like just the one.
Wait, you don't
battery.
charge?
I keep charging. So I
charge it daily.
So you get 2 batteries with the pack when you buy it. And I have one battery that's always charging.
Oh, okay.
Just in case I need to flip or switch. Mm-hmm. And it's super easy to do as well. But I haven't had to do that for over a year, and using it every day pretty much. So that is quality. Like I can't say anything bad about this machine. But it does, like, it works for the stuff that I want to do. It's not suitable for all types of tattoos, for sure. It's more,
of course,
if you're lighter on your hand and do simpler line, or not simpler, but fine line stuff, like the more delicate things. Mm-hmm. That's what I use. And that's it. That's the setup. It's very, very simple. If you want to find out more, come get a fucking tattoo. Hey.
But also on the tools thing, like, use whatever the fuck gets the job done.
Yeah.
Like, really doesn't matter.
And try different things.
I think so too.
It's, for me, definitely trying different tattoo machines has helped me so much understanding what I prefer and don't like. Because I have some really, really expensive machines that I should be selling that I don't use at all. But I'm super happy to have them and to have tried them, because everybody's like, oh, this is the best machine. Like, this is definitely the one you need for this and this and this. And it is great for that, but it just doesn't work in my hand. And then I try a different thing and I'm like, this is it. This is the one.
This is my thing.
So, yeah, like, learn to trust yourself. And it is a big investment. Like, these machines are really expensive. But if you work in the business, you make that money back fairly quickly if you know how to work. So, yeah, Don't be afraid to try different things.
And don't be a purist.
Don't be a purist.
Yeah. Whatever gets the job done. And whatever. Yeah, exactly.
Just be a Nazi. Yeah. Don't be a purist.
Yeah.
Yep.
And for those of you that did not see that coming, we're moving on.
Moving on. Yes, always out of left field. That's how we work. So yeah, retro.
And like I said, I haven't seen a lot, but then it turned out I'd seen a lot more than I usually do.
Which is how it always turns out.
Yeah.
Like this is what you do every single week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. For me, I saw the last or latest season of Dead Space.
Mm-hmm. I saw one episode.
Fucking loved it. It pretty much like every other season. Like you get some feels and tears, you get some really good laughs, it's good action, everything perfect. And the story evolves great. Like I'm not going to spoil it because you haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
But in case you didn't catch that on the Netflix, Final Space season 3 is out.
I did not see it. Like
I remember seeing it on the coming up or coming soon thing. And then all of a sudden it was just there. Like I had totally forgotten it. That's why I wrote you straight away.
Yeah, because when season 2 came out, it reminded me like, oh, you probably want to see this because you've seen the whole other fucking season.
Yeah, I didn't get an email or anything.
I didn't get anything.
Yeah.
Very disappointed. Netflix, call me. Also, I started watching it after you recommended it.
Yeah.
Super excited, but then realized I have not finished Rick and Morty. Mm-hmm. So watched the whatever the fuck amount of episodes. I think I was on episode 6.
Yeah. And there are 10 episodes, I think.
10, yes. I watched the last remaining ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
But like... I love how this show still holds up.
Yeah,
like
I mean it's still
like
the same.
Because I rewatched the whole thing.
Yeah,
up to this point, and it's so good.
Yeah,
just so good.
It's such a unique show, but in the best possible way.
Mm-hmm.
And because now I've gone back and tried to watch Family Guy, and it's so bad.
Yeah, I can't watch Family Guy.
Like not even nostalgia holds it up anymore. It's really sad.
I've only seen like Family Guy. Though honestly, I've only seen season 1 to 3, you know, the original 3 seasons before they got canceled.
Oh, okay.
Like I've just seen sporadic episodes of the newer stuff.
Yeah.
But the 3 first seasons is what I've seen.
Yeah. Now I tried, like, I jumped to season 19 or something.
Whoa.
Just
okay.
to, like,
I didn't even know they had 19 seasons.
I just wanted to see, like, okay, so what's the newer stuff like? And they try too hard. Like, really. Shit. They even reference Rick and Morty at some point. Like... that they just know that Rick and Morty has surpassed everything and just kicked their ass, much like they did with Simpsons. Like they took it over. But it is like with everything in life, we do evolve, and like humor has evolved to this next level.
Except Family Guy, that's what you're saying.
Yes, they're left behind. Yeah. But yeah, no, I loved Rick and Morty. I loved the way season 5 wrapped up, and it's like
what
you
order
said,
they're going to take it. Like,
exactly. This is. Yeah. Very excited to see season 6 now. So, but yeah, if you missed that, Rick and Morty had 2 last episodes that they released after like a 2-week hiatus or something. I don't know why. To fuck with us again, like always. But yeah, all the episodes are out now and on HBO. So season 5, HBO. And I jumped on, I think it was Rookie Tune who sort of dropped a little gold nugget for us.
A good turd nugget.
It's called Only Murders in the Building, and is with Steve Martin, Martin Short, and Selena Gomez as 3 neighbors that, like, there's a person that gets killed in the building, and it's like the cops ruled it out as a suicide, but they're like, no, it's deeper, because they're like true crime podcast nuts, and they're like, no, there is something here, like he got murdered, and then they try to like investigate it, but it's just so like charming, I guess. Charming, cool. Sweet, fun, but with this dark undertone, and like, I didn't expect to like it.
What was the name of the show?
Only Murders in the Building.
Cool.
So it's on Disney Plus or Star, I guess. And it's released weekly, so every Tuesday it comes out.
Oh, shit. Okay, I'll wait for the season to finish.
Yeah,
yes,
10 episodes is going to be out, and we are tomorrow on Tuesday this week. So, yeah, when you hear this, there should be 5 episodes out. I've only seen the 4 first. But
I'll keep an eye out.
Just try the first one. And if you're like me and Sana, then hopefully you're going to be just see the whole thing.
Okay, cool. Yeah. And on the same subject, Jody, that is one of our biggest promoters.
Promote more, Jody. Give me more.
She recommended we watch Ted Lasso, and I just needed a break from work and everything, and I just, okay, I'll see the first episode. And I was like, okay, I'm just going to watch the second episode. And then I just watched 2 seasons of
Ted Lasso.
Yeah, Ted Lasso. And it's just so good. It's about this coach from American football that gets drafted, or he gets transferred to
London
to coach soccer. That he knows nothing about.
Fantastic.
I won't tell you why this happened. You just have to watch the show. But it's such a feel-good fucking show with great characters, and just these, it just makes you feel warm inside, and it's funny. It's what's his name? Sudeikis. I never remember his first name.
Yeah. Anthony? Could it be?
I have no idea. I just can't. No, not Anthony.
Yeah.
Something Sudeikis plays Ted Lasso. But it's a great show. It has a lot of heart, and it's a lot of fun. It's a bit sometimes too positive, but it also covers some other topics, But I feel like the only negative thing I have to say is that when it gets really dark, they always try to sort of cheer you up a bit.
Oh, okay.
And for me that can be a bit but the as a whole, though, the show is so good that you do not care. You can see past it.
Okay.
But it's a great show.
Is it on HBO?
No, actually, it's on Apple TV. So
I think it's on Prime as well.
Maybe. I don't know. Actually. But I've seen it on Apple TV. That's where I have it.
Okay.
Because I thought it was on Prime, and then I wrote to Jody, and she said it's on Apple.
Okay.
So I checked that.
Because I remember seeing the picture of it, as a thing. But
it's really for me, when I saw that, I was like, not watching that.
Yeah.
Only because it came recommended, I watched it, and it was so good.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for something that isn't superheroes, and trust me, I don't like soccer or American football. Mm-hmm. They're both equally boring. This show is awesome.
That's great.
They've balanced the games, you don't get too much of the football part, but you're in it all the time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's a really nice way to sort of keep people interested without losing us that think it's boring as fuck.
Awesome.
They get this nice dynamic in the group that is totally worth it, exploring and watching. So
cool.
Ted Lasso on Apple TV.
Mucho
if you bought anything from Apple recently, you have a free yearly subscription, I think.
Oh, cool.
Unless you bought it from me, Robert, then you get nothing.
I also started watching the new Netflix sort of artsy-fartsy show, the metal show. What was it called? Metal Masters or Metal...
I don't know what that is.
But it's every one of those art shows. You have a group of people that are masters at, in this case, working with metal in some sort of way. It's like that glass blowing show. Exactly same setup, but now they're forging metal stuff. Cool. It's entertaining, and I do love...
What kind of stuff do they create? Do they create big sculptures?
Yeah,
okay.
They do. So it's always a different thing, each episode. So one is they need to incorporate some sort of instrument, and the other one is they have to incorporate some sort of mechanical movement in there and stuff like that. So they get normally it's 2 different things they have to have with the piece. It's not the best and most interesting show. I think the glass one was a lot more fun, but it's still just fun to see people working, and you get inspired from just creative
It's a nice
people.
thing to have in the background.
Exactly.
As well, like if you're drawing or doing something.
Which is what I used it for this week. So I haven't finished it, so I don't know who wins, but I mean, again, it wasn't the best. But if you do like metal and are into that sort of thing, I think this might be something for you. So the new metal thing on Netflix. Metal thing. And then I also watched the movie 3 Billboards. I don't know if you've seen it.
Never heard of it.
It's
or maybe I have.
It's really good. It's one of those Oscar movies from a while back with Woody Harrelson's in it, and Sam Rockwell's in it, and the girl from Fargo is in it, and woman. And it's about a mother of a girl who was raped and murdered, and she wants justice, and the police doesn't have any leads, but she's, of course, very upset and wants, justice. So she uses 3 billboards and posts a big message on them, and that sparks the whole community, and it's like, stuff happens. And it's all sort of just revolves around what happens with those billboards. So it's not a lot of focus on, like, you don't get to see anything really horrible, thank Christ, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to watch it. But it's so much more, it's a deep, very rich, great story. It's a drama, but still with you got Woody in there, who is just extremely great. You're going to be bawling your eyes out for sure, and it's just a beautiful movie. Like, it's something that you need to watch, I think. But yeah, 3 Billboards in Ebbing County or something. It's the full name on Disney, I think.
Okay. It sounds familiar, actually, now that you say it.
It might be on... No, it's not on Viaplay anymore, but it should be on most streaming services. It's kind
outside of this country.
Yeah. But it was the big, Oscar one,
okay.
I think last year or the year before that.
Dude, I haven't checked the Oscars in years now.
Nah, I know. Who cares? Really?
Yes.
But this one definitely is. It's up there. And what else? Yeah, I probably saw something. I started watching.
Jesus, are we watching a movie after this?
Yeah, exactly.
Whose idea was that?
Yours.
God damn it. But I started watching The Witcher show. The anime.
Oh, the movie.
The movie, I mean. Yeah. I fell asleep, but I knew I was going to.
That's how good it is.
The point.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Right?
It's okay.
It's not, it's not super good, but it's not bad.
It's not bad. Yeah, it's not. It's okay. I don't know. I would have loved it if it was a series where they went a bit more in depth, because usually when they do these, you kind of have to just skim through the stories. Yeah,
it is. It's kind of moving very quickly, but I don't know. When I actually finished it, because I split it up in 2, I did enjoy it. So
I only saw the first 20-25 minutes before I remember nothing from it.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back and watch the whole thing in one sitting at some point. So we'll see.
No, I'll finish it as well. I just knew I was gonna fall asleep watching it. I just wanted something.
And for anybody who's been interested in Demon Slayer, that show is now on Netflix. So now you can see it.
There you go. Once I finished it, it came out conveniently on that side.
Yes, same old hero.
Was it Japanese? No, just kidding.
Yeah. No, I mean sumo. I don't know. And I watched the latest What If, and you forgot about it.
I totally forgot, dude. Yeah. I've been doing the freelance stuff.
Yeah. All I can say is Killmonger is back.
I saw that in the preview thing. That's how I remembered. I hadn't seen it.
And really cool with just having Michael B. Jordan back as Killmonger, because he is, I think, one of the coolest sort of villains in the MCU. He was such a badass character, and he played it so well. So I enjoyed seeing him back. And the story kind of makes sense, but it's another one of those it's good but meh. Yeah. I think he's gonna have a more important part in the upcoming episodes. So we'll see what happens. But there's not much to spoil. Just watch it. If you enjoy it, good for you. And yeah. But before we go, we're just going to do some very quick predictions of the movie that we're about to see.
Oh, shit. The one with the spices.
The
Spice
spices.
Spice Girls
Spice
in the
Girls,
desert.
the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we saw on my 13th birthday, I think. 12th?
Why, though?
No,
Why?
13th.
Why, though?
I love Spice Girls.
Cool. Okay.
Tell me what you want. What you really...
I want the Dune movie. I want to talk about something else.
Siga, siga. Yeah.
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 So I don't know. Like the vibe I'm getting from this movie is very like Blade Runner-esque in aesthetic.
As soon as you said that earlier, I'm like, damn, you hit the nail on the head for sure.
That's the like I have no idea who
but
directed
it's
this
the
or
same,
that.
It's the same director.
Yeah, I had no idea.
What's his name? Burakovsky, Kupatovsky,
yeah, I don't know.
Andy.
I don't remember. I never remember.
Something fancy.
And I had no idea he was involved in this.
Yeah.
But just like it feels like it's going to be like a movie about mood.
And this is the second Blade Runner, just so you know.
Yeah, second Blade Runner movie. Yep. And it feels like it's going to be a lot of like mood and feel and
probably slow.
Exactly, because Blade Runner 2 is faster than the first one.
Yeah,
but it's slow.
It's super slow.
And
just like landscapes.
Yeah, and I think this movie, apart from the sort of like the cool shit, I think the trailer is basically all the fights.
Yeah,
like
I think so too.
Like condensed.
And it's so fun because. Just a little bit of a derail, but my story, the one that I wrote you in, was originally named "Let's Fight Like Demons," and what cool. Jason Momoa says in the trailer, "Let's fight like demons," and I'm like, "Oh my god, that's so good!" Like
I know exactly.
I'm like, I can't use that now. Oh great,
I wrote that, you son of a bitch.
But it just sounded so good coming out of his mouth, like it would be perfect for a movie. So maybe I should go back and just have that.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
you switched me out for Momoa.
Yeah.
I was
Mimosa.
Jason Mimosa.
Nerver. Yeah. No, but I have the same sort of feels as you. I think for sure it's going to be a slow.
Yeah, but I think I'm more up for that.
Yeah,
like right now, I'm very tired of that.
If it looks good,
yeah, I think so
then
too. Yeah.
Why not?
I will be happy.
Yeah. And I think, because we're going to watch it in the VIP, so it's a little bit of a smaller screen.
It's a smaller screen.
I don't think, of course it's going to be cool on IMAX, but to be honest, dude, I don't need that anymore.
You know what IMAX does, like the Swedish one? I feel like it kind of just...
fucks your neck.
No, it just, like the sound is not only, like, I don't have a problem with it being loud. It's that it's loud and to the point where the sound gets broken. You know
it just gets muddy. Yeah.
Yeah, or like what do you call it? Yeah, exactly. It gets that like
reverberates over.
Yeah, but it's called something. But whatever that's
static.
called. No. But the
it cracks.
Discount.
Oh yeah.
In Swedish.
Yeah, discount.
Discount. Discount is not cool. That is not what it's called. Does not translate great.
Yeah.
But just I don't know like. Maybe it's just my ears that are not didn't enjoy it, but
and I do prefer just the VIP setting.
The VIP is so much, yeah.
It's. I mean, we're old now.
We're old, yeah. I just want to sit comfortably.
Yeah.
I really don't care.
Yeah.
But it's nice. The VIP is nicer. It's less people.
And the movie's going to be beautiful either which way.
And I think that's why I'm there for. I'm there for the aesthetic, the feel.
Yeah.
And the cool characters.
The thing, what I am worried about is that it's too slow. Like to the point where it's just like, oh, come on. Like what the
Come on.
Yeah.
Come on, Aquaman. What?
And there's so many characters and the story is huge.
Many. And that's I think that's what I'm interested in.
Yeah.
How are you going to deal with this?
Because they're not doing 2 and 3 until this one has gotten numbers. Sort of like the Matrix, the first Matrix. Yeah. So they're setting it up for a trilogy, but maybe it's going to bomb and we won't get any continuation of the story. So we might be left hanging and just
because Tenet bombed at the cinema as well. So we'll see.
Which is
crazy. And I enjoyed it.
Yeah, me too.
I enjoyed it so much.
I saw it twice.
Yeah, people have been complaining about it. I was like, I liked it.
Yeah, I liked it too. Yeah,
I liked it both times.
I should rewatch it. It's been
because what I like about that movie is the weight.
Yeah,
the sounds and everything.
Yeah, Ludwig kills the music in that one,
Yep.
like in the best possible way.
Could never listen to the music outside of that movie.
No,
because it's just like
horns and
yeah.
Yeah. But it just works so well.
So well, yeah. You just feel like everything has consequences.
But I love, like, I just watched an interview with Ludwig Göransson, the guy who made the music.
I follow him on social, I think, like Instagram.
But just when that big sort of truck scene in Tenet, like the way that he was like, oh, we're doing a big truck scene. Okay, let's make music with trucks. So he just recorded a truck driving. So it's like the tuk 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 tuk, like it's driving over a bridge. But then he used that as the base
as a loop,
of the thing. So you just get the feel of the vehicles, but it's music, and he's such a fucking genius and like a crazy genius. I love it. And then Mandalorian, of course.
Mandalorian.
And everything else
Much
that he's
love,
done.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we'll see, I guess. Let's go just sort of, will we like this movie? Will we not like this movie? What do you think?
Oh, I have no idea. Because I think...
I want to say that I will like this movie. So I'm just going to say that, yes, I'm going to like this movie.
I think I'm going to be disappointed.
Yeah. Because that's normally how it goes. So it's probably going to be the opposite way around. And stay tuned for next week to find out.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, I don't know. Like, the trailer got me excited because I really want to see this.
I've stayed away from the trailers after I saw the first one.
Dude, every time I go to the cinema, the trailer plays. So it's...
Yeah, I focus on different things when that trailer is on. But have you seen the original?
No. Oh, the movie. Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't remember jack shit.
I tried rewatching it.
Yeah, no.
Like, fell asleep instantly.
Isn't Ironside in it?
Yes, I think. But I know
maybe not.
Patrick Stewart is in it.
Oh shit, was he? I don't remember
that. The Twin Peaks guy, obviously, and so many people.
Yeah. But maybe I remember the wrong.
There's a
guy.
Crazy kind of knife fight with.
Oh shit! It's like Kyle MacLachlan. Yeah, that guy that I can never pronounce the name of.
I don't know who that is.
You do know the guy from Twin Peaks.
Oh, okay. That's his name? Kyle
MacLachlan. Kyle MacLachlan. I don't know how to say
MacLachlan.
The Kraken.
Mac Butchered.
Yeah. I don't know how to say that. Kyle MacLachlan.
Let's just call him Kyle.
And the old... Oh, shit. The lady from Kindergarten Cop, and if... shit, I don't remember what that movie called. Remember her? The lady with the whip.
Oh shit!
From If Looks Could Kill.
Yeah.
And also Kindergarten Cop principal.
Fantastic.
Mm-hmm. Linda Hunt, a name we can actually pronounce.
Fantastic.
And Kyle MacLachlan.
Yeah.
So more MacLachlan next week on the Skid for Cure podcast.
Yeah. So thank you guys for listening so much. Hope you enjoyed this show. Hope you got something out of it. And
keep MacLachlan, y'all.
Yeah, we out for sure.